The National Cohesion and Integration Commission, the NCIC, has today proposed the creation of special courts to deal with hate mongers ahead of the country's general election, saying that hate crime cases are still pending to date in courts. Now, during the launch of the 2020 or 2025 strategic plan that seeks to, among others, reduce hate speech, ethnic contempt and ethnic-based violence, the chairman of the NCIC, Reverend Dr. Samuel Kobia, warned those intending to engage in the hate-related offences ahead of the 2022 general elections will face the full extent of the law. Let's get more from our very own Jemtai Goin.
Violent happenings in the recent bitterly contested by-elections are among the ugly warning signs ahead of the 2022 elections, prompting the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, NCIC, to roll out its game plan. The NCIC has kicked off a campaign dubbed Elections Bila Noma to ensure peaceful transition during and after the general election. During the launch of the 2020-2025 strategic plan, focused on taming ethnic-based political violence, reducing incidences of hate speech, encouraging peaceful coexistence between communities, and also eliminating ethnic discrimination, the Commission's chairman, Reverend Dr. Samuel Kobia, said the NCIC will work with the DCI and the DPP to ensure perpetrators of hate speech are dealt with.
If it is possible to set up special court to deal with the cases that are, as I say, hate mongers, those who incite violence, etc. We have many that are now pending in court because of the challenge we know of the backlog of cases that you have.
But with lack of sufficient evidence having led to the dropping of charges against many hate speech perpetrators, Deputy Chief Justice Philomena Mwelu, however, warned NCIC that there would be no conviction without evidence.
Please do your work appropriately. Anything less than cogent evidence will not suffice, and we shall not condemn people unheard.
Interior Cabinet Secretary Dr. Fred Matiang'i, who also attended the launch, said the security sector was adequately prepared to prevent any political violence.
We have formed a multi-agency team. We are meeting together now to start now the countdown to elections. We have mapped the country, looked at hotspots, areas where we are likely to face certain challenges. My colleagues in the police department have done the same. We are looking at where we need what kind of resources in terms of personnel and deployment to be sure that every Kenyan is protected and they exercise their rights freely.
And with Kenyans having turned to social media to voice their frustrations on issues, Matiang'i warned against the abuse of the freedom of expression.
We are not going to do those things that people do in other places on earth, like turn off the internet or switch off Twitter. Those ones will not happen in Kenya, not in this country.
The NCIC has often been criticized for swinging between the space of a bystander and latecomer during moments of national division. But the strategic plan launched today promises change. Now, as the NCIC prepares for a violent-free 2022 election and amid concerns that it is acting a little too late on perceived hate mongers, it is also being challenged to ensure that cases presented to court have sufficient evidence to ensure that those perpetrating hate speech are acted upon. Jemtai Goin, Bomas of Kenya, Nairobi County.